Donald Trump has built his political career on assigning blame, but in the face of tragedy, leadership means taking responsibility. Today's breaking story exposes yet another example of his failure. Following a deadly attack at a Mormon church in Michigan, Trump's first instinct was to twist the narrative, but the facts tell a different story. Let's start with what happened.
And in Michigan, investigators are working to figure out why a man rammed his vehicle into a church, shot people there, and then did this, set the building on fire. At least 4 people are dead, several hospitalized, a number of people missing. The police chief says they're still trying to account for those who are unaccounted for. CBS News correspondent Ian Lee is there at the scene in Grand Blanc, Michigan, and joins us now. Good morning, Ian. What do we know about this church and what happened?
Good morning, Errol. Yeah, and you nailed it right on the head. The big question this morning is what allegedly caused Thomas Jacob Sanford to come to this church yesterday morning and start shooting. The FBI is leading this investigation. Law enforcement so far isn't speculating on the motive, though they are treating this as an act of targeted violence. But what we do know is, from what police are saying, is Sanford came to this church, he rammed his vehicle into the building, and he started shooting. He lit fires. They said they found multiple explosive devices there. I spoke with the head of the ATF and asked what kind of explosives were these. He said they were amateurish, rudimentary, more to cause chaos and confusion than really to kill people. But this was a very deadly attack, as 4 people were killed, many more are injured, and police, again, trying to figure out why this happened. Errol?
A brutal attack. Cars, gunfire, fires, and even explosives. And yet instead of focusing on solutions, Trump quickly labeled this as an assault on Christians, a framing that ignores the reality of who carried it out. Here's what we know about the suspect. Thomas Jacob Sanford, a Marine veteran, served in Iraq in 2007 and was decorated with multiple medals, including the Iraq Campaign Medal and the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. But more disturbing details are emerging. Multiple reports confirm Sanford was a Trump supporter, a Trump 2020 shirt, a Make Liberals Cry Again slogan, campaign signs outside his home as recently as June. This wasn't the profile of a so-called radical leftist, and that reality undermines Trump's usual playbook of blaming political enemies. None of this excuses Sanford's actions, and law enforcement has yet to determine motive, but it underscores the dangerous truth. The majority of extremist violence in the U.S. comes from the far right, not the left. Trump can't wish that away. The deeper issue here goes beyond politics. Sanford was a veteran. He carried the scars of service, including the very real risk of untreated PTSD. Once again, America's neglect of mental health, especially for veterans, has catastrophic consequences. Easy access to firearms only compounds the problem. So here's the real question. What is leadership in this moment? Is it deflecting blame and politicizing tragedy, or is it taking action to expand mental health services, reform gun laws, and ensure veterans don't slip through the cracks? Trump chose the first option. Real leadership demands the second. The tragedy in Michigan is a warning. Ignoring the root causes, trauma, extremism, and unchecked violence only guarantees we'll see more headlines like this. America deserves better than empty rhetoric. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Frontline Democrats, hit the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. Should the government finally prioritize mental health and accountability over political spin?